We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. It's Graham Gano to get this one started. Should be a wet one. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his third season as the Green Bay starter.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
At the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. A second down throw for Love. Looking downfield, that's Musgrave, the tight end. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. A big gainer for Green Bay. It covers 51 yards.
1st and goal, Green Bay.
There's a lot of factors that make this play so successful, Mike, and clearly the ability of this tight end to not only find the open space in the defense, but then after the catch to turn into a runner. That is very rare at the tight end position. We're seeing it more and more often, though, over the last couple years. And then the accuracy.
And he's into the end zone. What a start. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead.
Giants, nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Gunnar Olszewski. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They'll be led out by the former #1 overall pick back in the 2015 draft, former Heisman winner as well, Jameis Winston.
It was kind of funny this offseason to see the way the Giants put together that quarterback room. Couple veterans, then the young draft pick, so a little bit crowded. He's had some big seasons in years past. He's been over 5,000 yards. He's been one of the most prolific passers in the NFL at times. It's always been the turnovers. He is one of the most exciting guys to watch. There's a lot of touchdowns, there's a lot of picks, and there's a lot of really good post-game interviews.
They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but That's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
Look, Mike, I realize most people, if they saw a lineman of his size waiting for him, they would just run the other way. But it's his job to try to find a way around the big fella and get what he can. Running backwards only turns a small setback into a much bigger one.
3rd and long. From the gun, Winston. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So on 4th down, out is Jamie Gillen to punt for the Giants. Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for and taken successfully. The Packers offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Love. A quick slant, looked in by Watson. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 5. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. On 2nd down, Love. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3 and out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Giants offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 6. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
the gun, it's Winston. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Here's Jamie Gillen on now. And he's on to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Dexter Lawrence getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's third down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. In motion, it's Golden. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's got a man. That's Watson. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. 1st down, Packers.
That's good for a Packers 1st down. A gain of 18 on
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. He'll push forward for about a yard. That's Dexter Lawrence in for the tackle.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Open space to the 35. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
17 yards.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
He'll try and get there on the ground. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
That's another Packers 1st down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And that just can't happen. Third and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long first down.
Running is Jacobs. And he's able to push his way forward, a gain of about 2. It'll be second down.
At the 11-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Love. And he'll just chuck this one to the sideline. Receiver in the area, so no grounding, but it's third down.
Brings up third down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception. Greg, offensive coordinator's script to start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive, they've been efficient right since the start of this one. And I'll tell you what, Mike, if they continue to build on this lead here early, this is going to be a long day for this defense.
Brendan
McManus on for the point after. No problem with the footing. The kick is good. And the Packers will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Olszewski now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. On first and 10, here's Winston. He'll step up and run, and he'll get about 4 yards before wisely covering up.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Second down throw for Jameis. That's going to be caught by Darius Slayton. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 12 yards on that hookup. That's good for a Giants first down.
42-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's Jameis. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Darius Slayton was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down. Back to the air. It's Winston. In trouble, and him for a loss of 6.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on second down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to third. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Packers on top. More from MetLife Stadium after this. Giants football here to begin the second quarter. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long, as we are ready to get back underway. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. Picked off by the All-Pro safety, Xavier McKinney. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And this is what comes when you decide to attack outside the numbers. You have to have a quarterback that's A, willing to make tough throws, and B, the arm strength to do it. He has the arm. I just think that one was a little too reckless, and they end up with a big interception.
The Packers offense ready for this next possession. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter, looking to run away with this one before halftime. Love to throw on 1st and 10. That is into the hands of Wicks. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Love. This is incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. Let's see what this call is. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Love. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
Not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Giants offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. He takes off, and he won't try to risk much more, sliding down a gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 7. Winston. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. He'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Unfortunately, Mike, over my career, I've been in this guy's shoes plenty of times, probably more than I wish to admit. You take your eyes off the ball. You think about becoming a runner before securing the catch, and when you do that, you end up watching the ball fall to the ground.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. The Packers offense getting set to get back to work. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacob. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Cordell Flott is there on the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. Now Love. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
There's a ton of time left in this game. They don't need to feel like this is desperation mode, but they do feel the urgency to get stops, and that sack's going to go a long way to getting them off the field here. Continue to come away giving up no points. Give the ball back to your offense and see if they can start chipping away.
Here's Daniel Whelan now, as he is on to punt for Green Bay. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. The Giants offense ready to get back to work. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. That's a short pickup to about the 47. Entering Cooper. They're on the
7-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
I just don't love the look of this offense so far in this game, Mike. I mean, this first half, they've been flat, they've been lethargic. There hasn't been a lot of urgency, and we saw it again on this last play. Simple handoff, no gain, same story.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Winston. 15-yard pickup there. 1st down, Giants.
15 yards. And the Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
He's got his man, Wandale Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why. And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And, yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
On the ground, here's Tracy. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
To throw, here's Winston. That's caught. Ray McLeod. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. They're able to convert there on 3rd and 3.
Giants, 1st down. 1st and goal.
To be a prolific passing offense in this league, you have to be able to both throw the ball from the pocket and you have to be able to operate and convert on 3rd downs. And they've really done both at a high level on this drive. And to no surprise, they find themselves 1st and goal.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Micah Parsons in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
From back at the 13-yard line, it is 2nd and goal. Here's Jameis. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
Really nice job here by the defense, taking advantage of this condensed field. Anytime you're down here in the red zone, the field is wider than it is deep. It's actually very challenging for an offense to stay in their normal rhythm, and coverage has been tight. Pass rush is getting home. Back-to-back sacks.
Back-to-back sacks back them up. What's going to happen now on 3rd and goal? space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Giants get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. To throw is Love. He'll go underneath to Jacobs. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here, bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Love. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. The second effort going to get him the 1st down. Looked like he might be stopped short, but he was able to break free and take it beyond the marker.
An 8-yard pickup.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. To throw is Love. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
2nd and 10. Here's Love. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
That one incomplete. Recovery outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Giants offense ready to take over once again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. of the gun. It's Winston. Room to run. Past the 30. And he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. That's a gain of 19. And a very quick first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points. We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the gun. Over in a flash, and he lost the football. And no turnover here. Rutherford is able to get the football and get on it to keep possession. It is 3rd and long. A carry here for Tracy. And that's not going to work at all. He'll manage to get back to the line. That is all. It is 4th down.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
On comes the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Packers offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's got the rookie out of Texas, Matthew Golden.
Love's pass complete to Matthew Golden. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
2nd down, they need 3. Throwing is Love. Throw across his body is complete, and he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter.
First down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Love. Get this over the middle to Golden. And he's going to have a first down. They get into field goal range here at the 29.
A gain of 22 more yards. That's another Packers first down. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Green Bay.
Packers going to use their final timeout now. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This will be a 46-yard attempt. McManus's kick is good. And the Packers going to open up a 17-3 lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
final second now of this first half as this one is away. Olszewski now to return. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. The rain might not be as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down as we get set for this second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The Giants offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Third, they need 8. Winston to throw. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
The Giants sending out their punter as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Packers offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's Love. The outside. It's brought in by Golden. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Gain of 9 yards.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's Love to throw. He'll take a shot for Watson. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
The man in motion is Watson. From the gun on third down, it's Love. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Packers.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, Packers.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
Running from the pistol, it's Jacobs. And he'll take this up to the 48-yard line. Tackle made by Dane Belton.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. On the ground, it's Jacobs. We'll get this to about midfield. Tackle made by Dane Belton.
At the 50-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third down, they need 5. On play action, Love. And that is incomplete.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
On comes the Packers punting team. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Winston looking to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
2nd and 5. On play action, Winston. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
From the gun on 3rd down, this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
The Giants sending out their punter as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Love. For the middle. That one caught by Watson. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
That's good.
Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a 1st down.
18 on the play.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Love. That one reeled in by Golden. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They get 21 on that one. Good for a Green Bay 1st down. They'll run it to the right here with Jacobs. Trying to bounce that outside. It went a long way for a gain of nothing.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
From the gun, here comes Jacobs. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
It's a loss of a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
He's got his man at the 6. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Jacobs. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. One more time, it's Jacobs. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up 3rd down.
This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Love. And he'll take it on in. Christian Watson, touchdown, Green Bay. Greg, Nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Now it's McManus for the point after. The kick is good. And the Packers extend to a 24-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Olszewski now to return. Now an opening past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Giants offense ready to take over possession of the football. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Throwing, Jameis. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
So many of these possessions start with negative plays on first down, and you're just going to hear every offensive coordinator stress. It is so important we don't fall behind the sticks, but when you just can't pass protect and give your quarterback time, this is going to continue to happen.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Powerful Rashawn Gary there in run support.
Brings up third down.
What is this? Oh my God, I can't believe what I'm watching.
Third and long. Winston. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. And this ball's incomplete on third down.
I like the fact that they took a shot on third and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the fourth down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up fourth and a mile.
Special teams on the field, ready for this punt. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. Crazy. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. His third touchdown of the afternoon. and make it 3 touchdowns. Now, remember, he caught the one earlier. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And, Mike, this is what every offense is searching for out of the running back position. Can you impact the game equally on the ground as you can through the air? And that's exactly what this guy has done so far today.
McManus on for the point after. The kick is good. And the Packers will extend this third quarter lead.
Giants 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Olszewski now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense headed back to take over once more. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Now Winston. He'll step up and run this.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Second down throw for Jameis. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
You can tell that all these hits, Mike, they're starting to add up. He just doesn't look comfortable. His eyes aren't downfield. You can see his feet aren't settled. When you get sacked this many times in a game, it's kind of hard to blame him, but he's definitely feeling it.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw is Winston. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick 1st down.
First down. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Green Bay.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Jacobs will get it to start the fourth quarter. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. 35 more yards. Back-to-back big plays to get this drive rolling.
First and goal.
Really nice job getting this ball out to the edge, and then once he's able to get clear of the D-line, get vertical and accelerate down the sideline. That's a great run. He's forced out of bounds, but not before setting up first and goal.
Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes second and goal.
A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal.
They'll go with him again. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
And now with that stop on second and goal, the defense really flips the advantage to their own favor. Third and goal from this length. I think now they can play a lot more pass-heavy defense and not be so concerned with the run game.
From back at the 5, here now third and goal. Love to throw. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Packers add on to their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Giants offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. Here's Jameis. Now a screen going to be set up for Singletary. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
He finds his receiver, Olszewski. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and 6. To throw, here's Winston. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
He's got his man, that's Slayton. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the Packers' 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and a yard. from the gun. Winston. He runs with it. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it, but a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
Escaping to his left. And they are into the end zone for the first time today. Jameis Winston, touchdown, New York. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Giants are able to edge a bit closer.
Packers 34, Giants 10.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Here's Williams on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
Down at the 26. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. A gain there of 11. 1st down, Packers.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it, and no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day, so in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
Go play action with Love. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And the Giants come up with it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
The Giants offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it 1st and 10. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there.
It's a gain of
16 yards. Pick up on that one. That's good for a Giants first down.
1st and 10.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after the catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
They can keep the drive alive if they get to the 4, but facing 3rd down at the moment. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And it's really been their inability of the offensive line to keep the quarterback upright, and it's a big reason why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go. Winston. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush that leads to a turnover on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. This is Jacobs. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happy. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On 2nd down, Love. Quick throw there, pulled in by Musgrave.
The 2nd down pass. Complete.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
3rd and long. In motion, it's Golden. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And Those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Winston to throw. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 18 for number 18. And a first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
On first down, it's Winston. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Yards on the play.
Call it a gain of 13. First down, Giants.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
To throw, Winston. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play. After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. Winston looking to throw. Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's first and goal. Out of the gun, it's Winston. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
Now second and goal.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
They are very fortunate to get another shot at it. It is second down and goal. Back to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but now a long way to go on third and goal.
Third and goal.
He'll drop to throw. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, Giants. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender.
And now the referee looks like he has gotten word from replay. They're going to stop the game inside the last 2 minutes. All replays emanate from there.
To review the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Here's Winston at the line. His team ready to go for two.
The Giants will line up for the...
They'll try to run it with Tracy. And he gets into the end zone for the two. So it's not over yet. It's back to a two-score game.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The Packers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. And this one really all over but the shouting. One timeout left defensively, but there's no need to use it here. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. They're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.